I'm proud to introduce Gerard Sylvain, one of the 7 graduates of the first class of the pilot geothermal drilling tutorial developed by Heat in collaboration with IGSPA and the Geothermal Drillers Association. This class was such an important start and will be one of the inciting factors as we grow this industry because the drilling and construction industry has a gap in inclusion and in diversity, age, and frankly, in individuals and young individuals viewing the construction and drilling industry as a career that can sustain their family and build a future, which is one of our biggest issues. On top of all these gaps, we don't have great 21st century succession planning to continue the mission to meet our 2050 goals. Heat's gas to geothermal transition is an elegant and critical solution for decarbonization. The Driller editorial team and I developed the Emerging Driller series to champion the next generation of individuals driving the industry forward in clean water, clean energy, environment. So very important what we have here today. And Gerard had the first quote in our 80-hour tutorial class where he said, Brock, this is a big deal. This class should be full. And that was the journey of creating this, implementing, and graduating. To develop an 80-hour tutorial for new to the industry individuals required giving them the confidence, the competencies, and the fundamentals to be able to apply for jobs in the drilling industry. And once they got out in the field, to operate safely, confidently, and competently, understanding their roles and responsibilities on a geothermal drilling project and construction project, and understanding the goal is successful completion so we can start the next job. I have a quote from the Heat team. All of us here at Heat are very proud of Gerard and wish him the best. We have to work today to build the thermal energy workforce for tomorrow. The Geothermal Driller Training Program is a great resource, and we are thankful for the partnership with the International Ground Source Heat Pump Association, Brock Yorty, and the Geothermal Drillers Association. Thank you, Heat. Thank you, Gerard. Thank you, class. This is just the first step in a long journey that's going to yield great results. Thanks. It's been 2 months since 7 individuals graduated from the pilot geothermal drilling tutorial put on by Heat, IGSPA, and the Geothermal Drillers Association. And I have Gerard Sylvain with us, who is working with Skillings and Sons in geothermal. And I've been pestering him because I want to find out what's going on, how he's liking working in the geothermal world. And I finally cornered him and he's like, I just pulled over. We're going to talk right now. You can see he's got some mud on him. What have you been up to, man?
Um, Hello, how you doing? Lately, since from starting from the company, they've been having me do a lot of grouting because that's what they always make the new guys start with is do a lot of grouting. And from grouting, you do a lot of testing. So testing the the pipes, setting the trim in, setting in the loop, um, flushing out the water to make sure there's no air in it. Essentially, it's just that, and basically piping. A lot of like butt fusions and what you call that thing again? It's butt fusions and corner fittings, yeah. A lot of corner fittings. So it actually I just actually hit my first month working for the company. So far that's all I've been doing has been grouting, testing, flushing, and piping. It's essentially been my main thing to do, essentially.
How do you like it?
Well, it's going good so far. The only thing I don't like is sometimes it's very cold in the morning, so you gotta cheer up a little bit. But aside from like it being cold and we're being outside, so you're like very attentive to the weather every day. But aside from that, it's I like it pretty good, pretty cool, to be
Would
honest.
you rather it be too hot or too cold?
I'd rather it be too hot. I'm from a warm climate country, so I don't like the cold, so I can't deal with the cold. I'd rather it be too hot.
What's one thing that you didn't realize you'd be doing in the geothermal field with this?
One thing I didn't realize I'll be doing. Honestly, since from like our pilot, I kind of expected to do everything I'm doing, but it's just that the way the company is not what I expected it to be. So essentially, we were basically learning to be drillers helpers or field techs. And when I went to the company, the way it is, it's like it's two separate. So there's the driller side and there's the geothermal side. And to get to a driller side, you gotta do a separate application to apply for a driller's field tech or driller's helper versus a geothermal tech. So the geothermal tech takes care of the grouting, the piping, setting in the trimmies, the loops, um, testing, pressure testing, flushing out the water.
How do you like mixing grout? What type of grout are you mixing right now?
It's basically Theramax. So it's just right now we're running mainly like a 2-to-1 ratio. So 2 bags of grout, 1 bag of graphite. It's not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Honestly, I thought I had to like calculate every bag I put and this and that and the third, but it's actually just they give us the pallets and then we just hop on the machine and essentially just grout. Pretty simple.
What's one funny thing that's happened to you in the last month?
Um, Back to grouting, because you're supposed to put the amount of water in the tank for the grout, and I forgot to close the valve, and it's two tanks together connected, but it's two valves. Where if you open one, you got to close the other, so the other one will start filling up with water too. So I forgot to close the second valve, and the it started like the water started getting everywhere. Yeah, that was one of like the funny mess ups I did, and they told me like it's okay, it happens. They do it every single day, so that's one of the things. Essentially, that was one of the funny things that happened to me. I also
If
fell in a trap too, kind of.
if
Yeah,
you
but
could go back before you started the very first day, what is one thing you would tell yourself before you started?
get some good get some good like warm clothes.
Warm clothes.
Yeah, I'll say prepare on some warm clothes. Probably get like a backup phone charger because on the sites where we don't really have like power aside from like the generator, but we don't really have power to like charge phones. Um, yeah, I'll say like get get like a lot of like hats, beanies. They provide us with good like sweaters, like Carhartt sweaters, but I'll say for jeans, get some like thick jeans, for the wind and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it, really. Also, if you can, try to prepare your lunch so that way you're not spending too much money eating out and stuff like that. So that'll be another one also.
What would you say to somebody else that's coming into this industry right now? Would you suggest going to work as a geothermal field technician, doing loops and grouts and whatnot?
I would suggest it. Obviously it's not for everybody. I'm more like get like work like hands on. Like as you can see, my hands is like filthy right now. Um, if you're like a hands-on person and it's not too complicated to learn, as you go, you would learn most of the stuff because you can start doing it over and over and over and over again. I would suggest you to get into it. It's a good career, it's good money. Um, so yeah, I would suggest you get into it. Just make sure you know what you're getting into. It's like it's not easy work. It's like if you're used to working in a setting where you kind of slack off type this, you can't really do that with this one because you gotta you gotta the main thing is like project completion. You know, we gotta do what we're supposed to do, and it costs money to bring out other people to come check out the project. So it's trying to get the project done. You know, the team I'm on, they just like looking for like someone that's willing to work, not someone that's gonna slack off or complain too much. So as long as you're working and stuff like that, so you should be all good. To be honest.
All right, one last fun question. It's Thanksgiving coming up. What are you most thankful for?
Oh, what am I most thankful for? Well, I'm thankful for the opportunity Skillings gave me. You know, I'm thankful for you guys for connecting that dot to be able to get hired by Skillings. Thankful for my family. You know, I'm thankful for God, and I say I'm thankful for myself also. You know, I try to work hard.
That's awesome. I appreciate your time, dude. It's good seeing you, and it's cool that 2 months later we've gotten to connect, and
Hmm.
you're covered in some grout and some mud, and you're on your way
Yeah,
home.
yeah, I've been
You're
out. I was in a
smiling.
yeah,
Well, cool. Thanks, man.
no problem.